Here we go. And the stream starts. I hope the microphone is on. Can you hear me, everyone? Please let me know if you can hear me loud and clearly. Last time I got a bit of a problem microphone wise. That's why put in the chats already if you can hear me. Sound good? Wait, sound good? Amazing. Cool that you joined this live workshop. I'm super stoked because I have already some topics, but you are here live with me. So I decided to ask you the question because 2024 is all about you. Sound good? I hope the internet connection is fine. Should be fine. Have a look. Please put in the chat really quick if you can hear me loud and clearly. So if the chat is working. Yes, there are some people already online. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, perfect. Intermediate. We have more intermediates today. The last live workshop, we were a little bit more beginners. It works. Yes, I love it because I got this beautiful new microphone. As you might know, we also do the Surf Companions podcast. So we have more interesting people. We talk about knowledge and so on. I'm super stoked. If you don't know already, I'm Daniel. I'm your host. I'm the ISA2 surf coach and the co-founder, obviously, from the Surf Companions books you ever saw. But this live workshop is all about coaching you, giving your inside tips, and you can ask questions. And tonight is a special live worker. Yeah, let's do it special. Come on, it's March already. So grab your favorite drink. This is apple juice, by the way. Grab your favorite drink, maybe pen and paper, or your surf companions to take notes, or your phone, whatever. Before we start, I want to know, because there's a big surfer world, where you are right now. Please write quick in the chats, like where you are right now, where you're from, and so we can have a little bit an overview from which countries everyone is going live here. That would be cool. I put the mic a little bit more here, and I put the camera a bit back, because then you can see my explanatory stuff. Switzerland, Netherlands. Oh, Fanos is here. Cool. It's one of our ambassadors here in the live chat. So, if I put my iPad here, I hope you can see it. If I drew on you, because 2024 is all about you. Well, handwriting, perfect. We still need one more second. Write down where you're from, and this is really important for tonight, guys. French, Irish, and Spain right now, amazing. Germany, Morocco. Yeah, Val and Sabrina also ambassadors. They're in Morocco right now. We're gonna see them probably next week. Super cool. Guys, this live workshop is about you. Before I start with my subject, which I thought I'm gonna teach you some stuff, it should all be and will be all about you. I'm coaching you. It doesn't matter individually or with our retreats or here in this live workshop. So please, no way. Brazilian living in Spain. This is Vanessa. I think Vanessa joined already a few times the live workshop. Super stoked. Oh, I like when people are coming back. So obviously you like what we do here. What I want to tell you is this live workshop is special. So it's more about you, even more. Means write down in the chat if you have any struggles you have right now, any problems. Could be also motivational wise, could be emotional wise, could be equipment wise, could be I cannot read the waves so good, blah blah blah. Please write in the chats, because everything you write in there I try to explain or give a better insight which helps you to overcome that problem. It doesn't always have to be a problem, could also be like a motivational one. For example, oh, I always want to do dot dot dot. For example, my next goal will be dot dot dot. Even lose some weight, whatever. As you might know, I'm a sports therapist. I'm an ISA2 surf coach over 10 years and photographer and videographer. So most of the content you see on Instagram and YouTube is obviously made with my skills and big camera. Where's my big camera? Oh, it's in the other room. Yeah, so please, in the chats, whoever is here right now and take some time, 8 o'clock in the evening on a Thursday. I'm super stoked. It doesn't matter how many people are there. Netherlands, Lotte is from Netherlands. Write down in the chats, what are you struggling most right now? And what kind of problems or What do you want to ever learn about surfing? Even could also be surf skating. Is there any question related? Because instead of just going into my topic, which I thought it's an interesting one for tonight, I thought that's what makes it special. It's about you guys. So I hope the chat is going wild. We have 57% beginners and 43% intermediates. Interesting. If no one is writing in the chat, then I will just continue with my knowledge. Means with my topic, I decided today, and then we can go from there. Oh, here we have already one. So Alexandra Beretta, if you ever have a surf coaching tips, like some gold nuggets, you can throw in coaching tips. I can throw in. Perfect. Of course, I have a lot of gold nuggets as a coach, but give me a topic, like something in particular. Do you want to improve your pop-up? You want to have better pedaling? Because as a coach, I have a coach brings you from A to B. This is in basic, but we have a lot of tools and techniques which helps us to bring you there. This is really some gold nuggets. What do you have in mind? Like, give me the topic. It has to be equipment-wise, wetsuit-wise, mentally wise. There's so many different topics. Alexander, if you want to be more, as I will pass my ISA 1 in April. Okay, that's a good one. Cool, guys. So Alexander wants to pass the ISA 1 level in April. Struggling to stand up, timing. Okay, always sliding to my knees. Tips for training outside of the water. Also struggling with injury. How to train my best surf muscles. Amazing, Lotte. Okay, I will answer first of all, guys. I love that already. People are catching waves by myself and reading waves. It's what I'm still struggling. Guys, I love it. I thought about it. I ask, and you do it. I love it. Cool. So this is what I love about going live. Okay, Alexander. First of all, he wants to pass the ISA 1 level. What I want to give you as a coaching nuggets, okay, have a look, guys. We're gonna look from the perspective of a surf coach right now. A surf coach has the first priority for his clients or students, forever he's coaching. The number one thing he should look out for is safety. So whatever you do as a coach, your students should feel safe, but also be safe surrounding. So check the wave conditions beforehand. If there's shore break, if there's heavy shore break, be a good coach even says we're not going in, or there's thunder coming. No, we don't go in. Even if the student would say like, oh, but I want to go surfing, I paid for it. You can say, I'm a lifesaver and I'm a ISA 1 coach. Trust me, we're not going into water because I cannot guarantee you safety. So gold nugget number 1, whatever you do in training, also when you do training on land, it should be safe. So if you train your activities, taking off, whatever, put the leash, for example, always away. So when you want to train with your students to take off on land, always have in mind as a coach, continuously ask yourself, is it really safe, or could it be even safer? Because you don't want to have any injuries for your students. I give you an example. Is it really handy to train the takeoff only on the surfboards? When you really ask yourself, is it really safer instead of just being on the sand to try to take off? You probably know what the answer is. Yeah, it's safer only on the sand because your little toes could be sliding off, and then sometimes the screws on top, especially with soft tops, they lose some toenails. You don't want that. So number one go-to tip as a surf coach or upcoming surf coach I want to give you is safety. Think about this continuously. It doesn't matter when you train. If you search your spot, like where to train with your 8 people as a beginner, because ISA 1 you start as a beginner. So I hope that helped already. Be always aware. And what a lot of people do wrong, surf coaches, when you train your students, never let them face the sun. Always have the sun behind their backs, because then you can wear your beautiful sunglasses. No, joking. So you wear your cap and then you have an ice. By the way, never wear sunglasses when you want to tell someone, because it's body language wise, it's a bit of rude, and it doesn't matter that you're not cooler when you wear the sunglasses. Every time I explain something to a student, even if I need to wear sunglasses, I put it off quick. I look in the eyes, smile, give the knowledge, and put it on again. So this is my gold nuggets, 3 gold nuggets here, really quick, as an upcoming ICE A1 surf coach. If you want to have more, Alexander, you can also Instagram me, or yeah, we can plan something, and looking forward to that. When are you going to go do the ICE A1? Interested. Okay, number 1 question. Love it. Number 2, we have Lotte. She says that she's still struggling to stand up. Timing is good, but always sliding to my knees. Tips for training outside of the water. Also struggling with injury. How to do? Okay, Lotte, only if you want to share it. Can you share what is your injury, or what was your injury? Did it have to do some? Yeah, if you can explain that a little bit, I can have a look maybe on, because I'm a sports therapist. I can understand exercise and does it make sense. So first of all, if the timing is right and you're still sliding onto your knees, it's depending what your level is. If you're a beginner and you're still in the white water, okay, even if you slide first on your knees, this is, by the way, a takeoff which takes a little bit longer, because it's 1 step longer. So you go into the glide, then slide the knees, and then the front foot, and then the back leg up. This is something I always teach my students when they're struggling with taking off in general, or they take more time. No worries, this is a proper technique which you can use to stand up, because the end goal is standing up. If you still manage to stand up, okay. If you slide over your knee, whatever, it just takes a little bit longer. It's depending on which level you are and which wave you're surfing. If you go really steep wave, of course, you don't want to have a longer time. But for example, as a longboarder, you have a smooth, easy rolling wave coming in. Why not? Just, you can also do a slower takeoff. So I wouldn't be so critical about, oh, this is still slow in takeoff. Have you seen a longboarder taking off? It's like, oh, yes, all the time in the world, gliding and then standing off, looking so lazy and cool. That's why, first of all, it doesn't really matter how quick your takeoff is, depending on which level you are. If you're really going already into as an intermediate, so you catch green waves regularly, and your takeoff is still a bit over your knees, and you're not happy with your takeoff, the best thing is, like you say already, to train on land. You can do the best tip. Lotte, maybe because it's a little bit individual coaching here already. What I want, the most common mistakes with this kind of issue, people always look down during the takeoff. But when you look down, I'll show you from the side. When you look down on your surfboard, like during takeoff, so you press yourself up, but you look down, you see already in my neck and my chest is down as well. Yeah, you see it? But when I look up, you see, you can try it at home. Your chest also comes more up. So when I'm lying here and I look up already, I have more space in between to do better takeoff. So trust me, maybe try 10 takeoffs, do 5 or only 2 because it's not nice. Do 2 takeoffs during looking down between your hands, and then try to do a takeoff, and then try magic. Try to do the same takeoff to look up, not like to the sky, but at least to the right and to the left. Biomechanically, your chest will be more open, you have more space to the ground, and it makes it easier to stand up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wait a second. Lotte Nederlands. Did I understand? So, yeah. My knee cannot, it's my knee, cannot explain it in English. Okay, something with your knee. Okay. Yeah, when you have an injury with your knee, obviously there's also some, let's say, trauma reflexes, because when you know, oh, my knee is so bad, or it had an injury, maybe there's something to talk in particular. Go to your physiotherapist. Trust me, I also had a shoulder injury, and he or she will help you to have a look combined with your injury, like to do the better takeoff. But my tip, which I can give you right now here live, without knowing you or seeing you how you do takeoff, is try it at home to look up. Of course, training at home is way better instead of with the waves and so on, because you only can focus on the takeoff itself. What you can do is you can also film yourself with your phone from the side, and you can send me the video. This time I do it for free because you're joining here at Thursday night. Through Instagram. Okay, Lotte? No problem. It all comes to me. I hope that was fine. By the way, if I'm too quick, too slow, let me know in the chat. And also let me know if I answered your question. If you have more questions, that's why the chat is here. I love it. It's going busy here. We're on. So Vanessa Canoso. Yeah, Vanessa joined a few times. I have the feeling. I know this name. She says she still have struggled catching waves by myself and reading wave. This is what I'm still struggling the most. Okay, catching waves by myself. I'm guessing that Vanessa is already busy catching green waves. Catching green waves. This is one of the things people really underestimate. That's why we do the surf companions retreats, because the main problem I see in coaching itself, that a lot of people, probably you as well, did maybe a beginner course somewhere. Okay, I know how to stand up in a white water, whatever, and then they stop with coaching. It's a bit like if you want to train, or you want to be good at tennis, and you buy the tennis racket and a ball, and then you're like, okay, I'm a tennis player now. The fun just is starting. It's just starting out, the fun. So the same in surfing. If you want to become a green wave surfer, this is where it starts fun. Please don't stop with coaching, because like Vanessa said, those are the things you have to learn in the lineup, or before you go into the lineup, how to come there. For Will Turtle Wall, page 18 on your beginner one. I don't know the pages by heart, but you know what I mean. Or read the ways, where to go in, understanding the channels. There's no one is talking so much. When you go out into the lineup, you don't want to think about, oh, how to do a takeoff. No, you want to be already prepared so you can focus on the other stuff. It's like, oh, who's next to me? Who is in priority? Which wave do I take? This is the general thing. But back to Vanessa's question. Catching waves by yourself and reading the waves is one of the more difficult stuff. It has nothing to do so much about movements, about how to good pedal takeoff, or the pedaling, or the takeoff. It has to do more about decision making and reading the waves. The more you're in the water, guys, every one of you, the more you spend time in the water and you constantly try to analyze and read the waves, the better you will become. So the more time you spend in, the more wave you saw. Because the fascinating stuff about surfing is every wave is different, every day is different. Sometimes you have those beautiful magic days. Sometimes you have those crappy days where you just think, I'm going to break my surfboard. Everyone knows that feeling. But back to your question, Vanessa. So what I usually give, a general tip, is catching waves by yourself is, number one is, wait, I'm going to use my iPad. It's like to write down the following. The number one tip is, go big or go home. Means always try to catch the bigger ones. Why do I say that? When I started surfing, I just paddled for every wave, and you probably laugh about yourself. Every wave you saw, every wave what moved a little bit, you paddled for it. Yeah, you didn't look over your shoulder, you just went for it. Trust me, guys, wait for the big sets. I like the number one. Yeah, because what it helped, by the way, guys, write down on your phone, write it in your surf campaigns, everything. You probably get at least 1 or 2 tips out of this whole live workshop, which I'm hopefully, that's why I'm doing here, and write it down, because it will help you and understand you. Everyone needs something else. So go big or go home means, even in the white water, you can start already as a beginner to see, okay, is this now the biggest wave there, or you look behind the white water, oh, there's a bigger set coming. Set is, by the way, the family pack which comes from the ocean, or is this the bigger wave? If you catch the big waves, you have more fun, and they catch you easier. Yeah. So of course, some people are depending on the swell size, the wave size of the day of the session. People sometimes, whoa, this is a big set. Yeah, this is why the good surfers are paddling for it, because they're more fun, longer rides, and they take you easier. So the three pluses in surfing. Trust me, when I started doing this in my surfing went up through the roof. Trust me. I was not paddling for everything anymore. No, I waited for the sets. And once you understood that, like the A quality waves, you had more fun, you had a longer ride, and they caught you easier. That's why sometimes it looks so easy, like, oh, I'm struggling. Nah, I'm just paddling 3 times, glide, and then I take off. Obviously looking up. Lotte, looking up. It was Lotte, with takeoff. Struggling, stand up. Yes, it was Lotte. Cool. That was number one, or like those 3 tips. Now, number 1 is go big or go home. Try to read where are the sets. This is the number 2. You probably know it. Number 2 is always start at the peak. The peak of the wave is the highest point of the wave. Why is that so important, guys? Wait, I'm gonna get the book quick. Because when you start at the peak, you have 2 important, really, also 3 advantages. Number 1 is also you have a longer ride because you're closer to the peak. Number 2 is, this is the beginner one. It was a little bit more in the back. Number 2 is you have priority. And priority means you have the right of way. Because in the surf etiquette, there's one special rule. Wait a second. It's an intermediate. I wrote this book, totally forgot it. So you have right of way in the surf etiquette. You have the longest ride, and still with the biggest wave, go big or go home. It takes you the most easiest on the peak. Yeah. So always number 2, start at the peak. I come in a second how to spot it. Man, I thought it was more earlier. Some more back. Come on. Here we go. I knew it was in the front. So here you have an A-frame, a typical A-frame, and you see a wave has a shoulder, like it's flattened out here. It's going more down here, going more down. But at the peak, at the highest point here, if you take off, you have the longest ride to the right or to the left, or even on a point break, you start on the highest point and then you surf to the right because it's a point break, only breaks to one side. So write down what advantages you have. We have right of way, easiest to catch, and the longest ride. Surfing is all about what? Looking awesome. No, looking awesome, but also have the most fun. So when you have the most fun, it's obviously with a bigger wave. Woo! People are like, wow, have you seen my big wave? Yeah, it was cool. Sorry, I hope you understand. Big means like a set wave. A big wave could also be a nice shoulder high wave. Shoulder to head high is like my favorite size. It doesn't have to be like triple overhead. But you feel, and I think you all agree, you had some surf sessions, especially when you're a beginner, like 50% of you are beginners. You had those surf sessions where you're out there, and when you wait in the lineup, you sit on your board, the sun is shining, and then you see, oh, those few waves were suddenly a little bit bigger. Those bigger waves, I want you to catch from now on. I'm going to put this out WhatsApp. Poo. Okay? Give me a thumbs up, Vanessa, if you understood it, because now I still give for everyone another pro tip is how to spot actually the peak. And the spot the peak is the following. I give you an amazing tip is usually when you look into when you look outside into the ocean, you see already some lines popping up. Sometimes they look only a bit like this, like only slightly like this, and then they get bigger, and then the wave starts to break. Yeah. Outside of here, you see already like some higher points. really slightly going down to the right and left. But it seems like almost nothing is happening. But it's an indication for, okay, here's something coming up. If you sit with your surfboard already here, like positioning wise, have a look. So when you sit a bit off of actually the peak where it's going to break, the peak will break around here because it's the middle. Try to look already once you sit here. When you sit here, have a look already to the outside. What is coming next? Okay, what's coming next? Oh, there's a wave coming. Number one. Second, try to spot the peak already. Peak, highest point of the wave. Peak, like I explained. And now it comes. My absolute favorite pro tip. How to spot the peak even better is it has a different color. Yes, when a wave approaches, it's not broken yet. And then it broke. In that moment here, when you look at the wave, I'm going to draw it like beautifully now. So every one of you understands. Guys, even if you're a beginner, trust me, this knowledge you can already use. It doesn't matter if you're not yet in the lineup. Lineup is out there catching unbroken waves. Don't worry, but use these tips once you're out there. So you have to see the wave a bit like this. I'm going to do here black color. A wave is coming. Whoop. And you see, obviously, oh, there is a slight peak. You see that up here? Yes, there's the peak. And now it comes. Have a look at the colors. Usually, wait, can I change the color here? Yeah, I give it darker blue. Usually, here in the peak area, it's slightly darker compared to this side. Wait, I'll show you in a second. So it looks a bit like this. Guys, do a screenshot if you want to keep this, because trust me, guys, and leave a thumbs here in the chat or maybe a big yes if you know this difference, even as an intermediate surfer, because that shows you why is it like this. I'll show you in a second the explanation. When you look from a wave to the side, whoop, this is sideways. Here we go. When you look from the wave from the side, the highest point has more volume. More volume means it's a little bit thicker. So when the sun is shining through the waves with the beautiful sunlight, this is the sun. This is the sun. When it's shining through, the darker, the color will be slightly different. And what different means is usually darker. So if you want to have another pro tip for spotting the peak when the waves are approaching, because we want to start at the peak, try also to look for the darker color. Highest peak, start at the peak, and darker color. Vanessa, give me a thumbs up if you understood it and you will try it in your next surf sessions. Yeah, do you surf regularly or always looking for that shade? Exactly. Funnel says as well, shade, darker color. This is an indication for those peaks, and this is where we want to be. So when we combine two of them, big rule was go big or go home, number one. Second one was start at the peak. And third, have a look how to spot the peak, darker color or shade, and obviously the highest point, because this is where we want to start. I still have, thanks, Danny, will definitely contact you furthermore. I will pass you Ericeira Portugal from April. Cool. I love Ericeira, or how the Portuguese pronounce it. Really nice place. Oh, I love the spot. Ribeira Dires, my favorite point break right-hander. One of them. I also like another one here, but I don't tell you where because it's also point break. Okay, I have catching waves by myself, reading waves. Vanessa, give me a quick thumbs up if that's really helped you already, what I said here. And I still have Abella. Abella had another question. Another question was, is the training for longboard different as the one for shortboard? Bella, you get a special woo, 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 woo. Wait, there's an update here on YouTube. When I do thumbs up, usually, yes, you get fireworks. Because yes, the training between longboarding and training with for shortboarding, trust me, it's totally different. That's why I decided on Surf Companions. We do 2 retreats on our house in North Spain. We go one retreat, yoga and surf retreat. This is more like shortboarding, mid-length fish, this kind of surfing. Also, as a beginner, you can join. But then straight afterwards, we have the 10 days longboard retreat. And why did I decided to only do longboarding? Because trust me, we're working on the longboard surf companion. So you will see probably latest in 1 year, we're working on it. Flo and I and my team. On you will have a longboard book because the technique is totally different. A lot of people don't know it, but even how you stand on a longboard compared to a surfboard or like a shorter surfboard, it's totally different. Because maybe you can answer me in the chat right now, where's the most weight on a shortboard when you stand like normal stance? Is there more weight on the back or more weight? Oh, this is a mirroring. Is it more weight on the back or more weight on the front leg? Let me know in the chat how you surf after you take off. When you stand, is there more weight on your front foot or on your back leg? Let me know now, because this is already a cool question. Abella, so write it down in the chat, but I will answer Abella's question already. So the training for the longboard is way different. I can show you an example because maybe you saw my last 2 reels on Instagram, because my friend Peter and Flo is here right now for training here, but also surfing and creating content. And I'm going to show you a training tool, which every surf camp should have. But I let a carpenter do it here for me. Is a board trainer, and with this longboard trainer, I mean, in longboarding you first have to learn how to take off, how to glide, how to paddle. That paddling is also different compared to shortboarding, but more important advanced stuff as a longboarder is obviously this cross stepping. For people who doesn't know, they walk to the front of the board and walking back and then be there and do a hang five. Hang five means 5 toes are hanging on over the nose and like woo, cruising. Guys, it's an amazing feeling. But I'm going to show you a video. I hope you're going to see it here on my phone. Let's have a look. It's without sound, but you can get a feeling about what this tool does. Have a look. So this is my friend Peter, and you see that wooden board. It's a bit shaky, but you can train the cross-stepping. Look, cross-stepping forward and backwards. So it's a little bit more difficult because it's training tool, more difficult than doing that on land, but it gives you amazing muscle memory. Here another video. So he's going backwards, and it looks maybe simple for you guys on a video, but it is actually really hard because it's look how he goes down. It's continuously choking. Yeah, and don't worry, I'm gonna bring this tool to our 10 days longboard retreat. So we're gonna train. Obviously, one of the workshops or more of the workshops are obviously with this tool. So back to your question, Abella, is the training is totally different. But as a coach, there are tools to bring you there, because the takeoff is a little bit different. The paddling is different because you have such a big board, and to handle such a big board in classic longboarding is totally different than, for example, shortboarding. Because you can ask yourself, Abella, there's already a difference how the surfboards or how the surfers are positioned in the lineup. The longboarders are usually, 5 meters more outside because they can catch the wave earlier compared to the shortboarders. Make sense? This is even only one thing which is different. So I have to be honest, private experience from me, I always was fish. I love fish, surfing fish, mid-length, and I was shortboarding and so on. And then I had a really good friend of mine, and also because the people said like the longboarding is more coming up. People don't know how cool longboarding and how technical longboarding actually is. And I thought like I think almost 3 years ago, I thought I give it a try. I'm open for that. Looks stylish. and I was on this longboard, and I had to learn, like relearn things. I can shortboard, I can surf, but on a longboard suddenly everything is different. But once you know those stuff, it's with everything, the more you know, the better you become, the more confident you are, and the more fun you have. That's why we have those books, that's why we have the live workshop. And the more knowledge you have, the more understanding you have, and the more fun you will have. Okay, wait a second. The front Fanos, what do you mean with front? Always looking for a shade. Yeah, super cool. Thanks for the tips. Wait, I have to scroll back. I don't want to lose any question. So, Abella, do you have specific wishes for longboarding, or are you a longboarder? Let me know if I answered your question right. And if you have further question, let me know, because this is live. We still have a little bit of time. Let me know if you want to have some more insights about longboarding. Thanks, Daniel. Definitely go further. Cool, Alexandra. Amazing. Thank you. I like the number one. Yes. I'm always looking for the smaller ones. Really afraid of the big one. Okay. By the way, really quick back to Vanessa's question about catching good waves. You are afraid of big ones. Trust me, once you start to catch them, and that's why I want to say go on a smaller day, but on that smaller day, catch the big ones. You know what I mean? So, because on a smaller surf day, maybe the highest waves are chest high, catch the chest high waves instead of those belly high and hip high waves. That's what I mean. If you're scared, I'm going to show, guys, for everyone, really quick about fear. If you are scared of bigger waves, you have to understand the following. I don't want you to go ever over your limit in private life, in surfing, and especially not in sports, because there are injuries happening. Never go over your limit. What I want to say is, for example, Vanessa, here, if this is your comfort zone around here, yeah, this is your comfort zone. I go more. This is your comfort zone, level wise. For example, here is chest high, here is hip high. Okay, even lower, easy, even more comfortable. But here is limit. So this is your scaredness. What is your, you can ask yourself, you don't have to answer here, but if you want, this is your height where you're scared of. For example, let's say when it's head high, when it's head high, this is head high. This is when the fear starts. What I want to tell you guys is, if you want to train safely, ISA guy, and confidently, and not scared, then stay under this line. Stay in your comfort zone. Means here. Trust me, if you know that already, a lot of people say like, yeah, but I really wanted to go surfing today. If you see already it's more than head high and the set waves are even bigger than head high, Vanessa, easy. Do the take the day off, do something else. But because you know already this is not my comfort zone, I will be scared, you won't have fun. Okay, I hope you understood that. For everyone else as well, maybe draw for yourself the line, or sit down and say like, yeah, what's actually my limit when I'm scared? If you want to push your limits, means what I usually do with my students, or also with my private surfing. When I started surfing, obviously your scaredness, your line is really low. It starts already here, because you're already of hip high waves or even chest high waves. They make you already scared, like, wow, they're so powerful. Wow, with the soft top. Wow. But to get more comfortable with the height is the following. You go maybe one session into hip high or slightly below this area, and then you're like, oh, cool, I'm used to this. Oh, that's okay. And then you go into your comfort zone again. Then maybe you do only one session carefully, only a slightly above, maybe only slightly about hip high. Whoop. Okay, one session. And then suddenly you feel like, oh, wait a second, I could manage. I knew what to do. And suddenly your fear level is a little bit higher. You get more comfortable. But really important is that you go back in your comfort zone. And you see already by the height, here was your hip high wave, or more shallow wave, whatever you're scared of wave wise. Suddenly this is your new comfort zone. Woo! We're gonna do it green. When you want to challenge yourself, you say like, okay, maybe I go out with the surf coach or with a good friend who knows what they're doing. Because by the way, all the surf coaches, we are also trained lifesavers, which gives a cool feeling for friends as well. If we want, we can save your life. Then if you want to break through, you just do the same again. You do maybe one session or a little bit more higher, because you knew already, hey, last week I was already in chest or shoulder high waist. I'm comfortable. I manage. I know how to do the head protection. And then suddenly, woohoo, maybe shoulder to neck high, yeah, chin high, beard high, ear high. That's something stupid. Don't. It's not a real definition. Suddenly, your comfort zone becomes shoulder high. By the way, this process, which I'm going to explain right now, you have to go back, by the way, in your comfort zone again. Don't push it every day. Go higher and then comfort zone, higher and comfort zone, depending which goal you have. Guys, not everyone should have the goal, I want to end up here at triple overhead. Trust me, even me with all my years of surfing, I like those shoulder to head high waves. That's enough. I don't need those punchy, almost dying waves, holding down, challenge, adrenaline. That's not my goal. So I love to be in a comfort zone, but I understand as a beginner, it feels overwhelming, even like a hip high, powerful wave, that crushing, you never felt that feeling, and so on. I hope that would help. That was helpful for Vanessa as well. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's amazing. If it makes sense, really cool. Always looking for the shade. Yeah, super cool. Front, back leg for longboard. Back leg for longboard. What do you mean, Vanessa? She asked like back leg for longboard. By the way, guys, give me a thumbs up if you understand everything and you have question. I see already there is already some questions, guys. Maybe hold on to your questions before I answer those ones, and then we're gonna see how much time we have left, because we have wow, that's so cool. I need such a training tool. Did you make this for yourself? Lotte, really quick, go to your local carpenter. I will make release in the next couple of days, like a proper YouTube video about it. Then he can see the YouTube video. I will show a beautiful insights. And then out of this, every good carpenter can make you this. So actually here in Spain, my friend hooked me up with his carpenter. I said, like, can you do it? And he's like, no worries. And next week I had this. So trust me, you can ask a local carpenter or timmerman. For you, Lotte, I think you're in Netherlands, and then you will have it in your backyard. So trust me, this is a really cool tool. Have in mind, this is training, safe environment. So maybe put some pillows on the right and left if you've never done it, and do it careful. But you have to know, and this is the most common mistake, you first have to know how to do proper cross step, because people stand on a tool and just doing stuff instead of really how to know what they should doing. Maybe I do a YouTube video about that. Follow on YouTube, Surf Companions, if you not already do. Short one in front, Anna. Better short one in front. I don't understand this question. Or was there a question about short one in front? So to Anna. Okay. Vanessa, the longboard retreat is one in September. Yes, Vanessa, the 10 days longboard retreat is in the end of September. I'm going to send you the link after we discuss here everything. But trust me, guys, it's all about longboarding. We have premium longboards there. It's going to be a smaller group, not like 50 people. It's like maximum of 20 people. We have 2 coaches. We have yoga teacher. We have vegan food. Like we have 2 cooks there. We have a big house. You can even have your private room, terrace. We can walk to the beach in 5 minutes, guys. And this beautiful North Spain spot, I'm not going to tell you where it is, but it's around Santander. We were there in our ambassador trip. If you want, check out our ambassador YouTube video. Or if you're interested, just text me on my Instagram, our Instagram, and email. You will always can ask us about this. But I still have some questions. The longboard retreat, yes. Front leg for the fish, short board surfing, back leg for longboard. Is there a discussion about how you stand on your board? Did I miss a question? Oh wait. Is it possible to learn a 360 spin as an intermediate? Seppa single. A 360 spin, you mean, for example, you go fins first and then once the fins hit, you do a 360, you mean, but it's more like a 180 spin, or what do you mean with a 360 spin? Of course, you can learn as an intermediate 360 spin, but this is something more like playful, more something you can try out in the water to have fun with. Usually, 360 spin is the best. Of course, finless. So you don't put any fins, because once you're in the water surfing, of course, your rails engage a little bit, like this is your surfboard, but you shouldn't have any fins here to do the 360 spin. So you surf down the wave and then you saw that sometimes. Torren Martin, he's a really cool surfer, mid-lengths. Oh, he does that sometimes. You can do the 360 spins only without fins. This is the most easiest one. Yeah. So I hope you answered your question. Of course, it's possible to learn it, but it goes more to the category like fun. Talking about the stance before and what everybody started commenting under your question. Funners. Okay. Guys, really back? Yes. Oh, true. I asked you guys. Oh, I'm stupid. Sorry about that question. What you asked where you should put weight in front of the longboard. Okay, yes. I explain you really quick. I come to that. I asked a question and didn't answer it. What a coach. Forgive me, guys. So in shortboarding, when you stand on your surfboard, you have more weight, drum roll, on the front foot. Why? Because you want to continuously generate speed. Because that's why you have a little bit more front over your front feet. That's why I teach everyone what kind of position. When you read your intermediate book already, it's called the chest over front knee position. So when this is your head and those are your arms, we have the set position. So I'm going to show you really quick in the stance. Here, live. This is totally live. In shortboarding, you have the front foot here. Whoop. Sorry about the mess here. I love playing chess. The front feet is here and the back one is here. And the chest over front knee means, microphone away. You can do it at home. Chest over front knee position is if your chest is going through your front knee, a bit like this. So in this position, you have automatically more weight through your front leg. And now it comes. In longboarding, it's totally different because you have more weight, you guessed it, to the back leg. Have a look. When you stand on the longboard, because the board is so long, it's really long, you have more weight on the back leg. Wait a second. So when you see my legs, you have more weight on the back leg instead of the front one. So your hip is shifting a little bit like this. So the upper body, by the way, longboarders should almost look like board. That's why they look a bit like board. They have the hip, not out. They have the hip in, and they have more arms right and left. This is more active, this is more loose, but the weight is not to the front. No, it's on the back. So this is already way different. So once you hit your longboard, that was crazy. I'm already sweating here. Joking. If you are a longboarder, I always switch and like, I'm a longboarder now, and then switch on. I'm a shortboarder. Every time I have my shortboard again, my fishy or my mid-length, you have to switch those positions. Because trust me, guys, if you don't believe me, try it out. Because once you try it, you know. That's like this. Sorry for not answering. I hope that was clear enough. Here, live action in South Spain with this live workshop. That makes sense. Thanks, Ina. Were you talking about the stance? Yes, perfect. So even as a beginner and you learn normal shortboarding or on a soft top, you stand up, try to have this chest over front knee position because it's the most stable one. You have the most speed. Vanessa's laughing about me. Okay, cool. Guys, there was almost an hour. We're 48 minutes in. I still want to answer your question. That's why. I'm super stoked. I'm totally stoked still. And every time so happy doing live because personally, when you do all this work, social media, YouTube, with my ambassadors, preparing the retreats and all that stuff, and B2B, showing the books, and we're also developing the books. Sometimes, because you're your own boss, sometimes it's hard to motivate yourself, but you guys give me energy, even if you're not together in this room, but it feels a little bit like that because I love coaching. I hope that comes over. If you have more questions right now about anything specific, let me know. Now is the time. We do the last 10 minutes also still the open question round. And then I will tell you a little bit more maybe about the retreats or what's upcoming, because I have big news about about surf companions. And if you want to hear those big news, would be amazing to stick around the next 10 minutes and write everything down. What I wanted to show you was paddling. You have to see. Oh, I'm so happy to develop right now with Flow the 4th edition of the intermediate one. You have the 3rd edition already, but the 4th edition probably comes out in end of this year. So still, the 3rd edition is obviously awesome, but we're thinking about putting even more topics here. Okay, what do you think about performance shortboards in shape of shortboards? What do you think about performance softboards are so in shape of shortboards? Okay, amazing question from Sapar, everyone. Sapar? I don't know, it's female. It doesn't matter. So he or she, sorry. What do you think about performance soft boards? Yes, there are more soft boards now. Hayden Shape. I think all the other bigger brands have own performance, so short boards, performance boards, but in a shape of a soft top. So the material is soft, like this harder soft top. Me personally, and coaching wise, I would definitely recommend people having one of them, because the ISA guy here in the live chat, he knows my answer already. What happens if you have a softer top instead of a hard top? Hard top mean those hard shaped boards. It's more safe. So for your environment, for your own safety, but also for everyone around. So if you're an intermediate surfer, you start out in the lineup, if your board gets lost and you hit yourself, this is usually the most common injury, then of course, if you have a softer short board, it doesn't hurt so much and less injury, so it's more safe. But you have to have in mind, sometimes, because the technology is just out there, just it came out, there's still some mistakes about like how good they really are and how sustainable they are. I know, of course, the people, the shapers who provide us with premium longboards and boards in our retreats, they also said like a soft top is nice, but for the environment, it's really also not so nice. You know what I mean? So what do you do with all this foam when it's getting really damaged really quick? Yeah, you just throw it away in the garbage. And this is also not really sustainable, especially when you're a surfer. But of course, producing a hard top is also not that nice. But you're here with Surf Companions out of a coaching point of view, trust me. I rather say go for a safer board, and it's usually a little bit cheaper. So with transportation, you don't have to worry about so much. Price is a little bit less, and you feel more safe for your friends and buddies and for yourself, injury-wise. I hope that was my answer. The books are amazing. I learned a lot with book. Thanks, Vanessa. Cool, great to hear. Sometimes when I do a pop-up, my front foot gets caught and it twists. Have no idea what's wrong. Get caught? You mean get caught by the board? You cannot bring your front foot really through, Gena? Is that your problem? And what do you mean with twists? Okay, Gena, this is something special I would like to offer you. Send me a video of yourself doing a pop-up. If you have footage, obviously, in surfing would be better, but do it on land, in the sand, or at home, and send me that video via Instagram, and I will give you individual, quick, free feedback. So definitely sharing your point of view about surf. Yes, cool, amazing, guys. We have 6 minutes left, or 5. Then I will tell you the big news. Yeah, grab your favorite drink. If not, you can still ask questions. Ask. If you have any goal-related question, could also be about traveling, about like equipment. There's so many topics in surfing, guys. Foamies for the win. Currently does not own a foamy. Look, Fano is missing already his foamy. Guys, you don't want to know. In the surf camp I work every summer in Vierbeco, I love on a beautiful summer day, I grab those 8 soft tops, 8 feet long soft tops. I love them because when it's crowded, you rather want to have a soft top because then you know if the board ever gets hit because there's someone in your way, because it's crowded, it's summer, you don't feel like shocked when they get maybe a small hit from your board or whatever, and you know they're not dying. Back to the basics. Have fun in surfing. Yeah, have fun, and everyone should feel safe. If you have no more further question, I want to let you in on a small secret because you guys took time to sit with me live on learning some stuff. Oh, wait here. High reps, low reps for surfing fitness. 4 sets of 10, 12 reps of 3 sets of 25. Okay, this is something about fitness training. By the way, I heard a great tip about doing sets and reps, repetitions. Repetition means, for example, if you want to train your biceps, everyone says you have to do it 3 times, so 3 sets, and then with 10 to 12 reps. But, guys, there's a difference between doing the reps like this with control and ease, because then you have a longer activity instead of doing 12 reps like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you finished. You know what I mean? So if you want to fitness wise train your pop up better, I definitely recommend you to not train until you're really tired, because your technique will always suffer. Another coaching tip, pro tip I want to give you here for free is the following. Do a scale in the water when you're surfing, also before, during, and after. Ask yourself how much energy you have in your body right now. It's like scale it from 1 is the lowest, till 10. Do it a bit like this. Lowest is 1, I have no energy, I cannot carry my board anymore. 10 is like 2 coffees, woo, surfing, let's go. I have full energy, because during surfing, surfing takes a lot of energy, all the paddling, going through the waves. When you start to go to a 4, your technique will suffer. Means don't wait in your surf sessions to end up at that 1 who's like, oh, I cannot surf anymore. No, start already going out around 5 and 4. Why? If you get more tired, your technique will suffer. You will do a lot of mistakes, injuries will happen, and you get frustrated because your body is actually tired. Oh, I'm a 4 actually. Oh, I surfed already so much, or I'm just tired. Listen to your body, go out, recover, and go for the next surf session or the next day, whatever. Have a good night's sleep. But trust me, guys, this is the most mistake people do, especially holiday surfers, because I have only 1 week. But your body gives you signal. So don't end up frustrated and push yourself down to a low energy. But for me, a problem is that I can't do duck dive with a small foamy. With a small foamy, a 5.6, you can do not a duck dive. Usually with a 5, yeah. Okay, foamy, guys, for everyone, foamy is a soft top. So it's a softer material, that more safer one, like surf schools, but also other brands are producing. Usually it's really hard to duck dive them because they're really thick, which is an advantage because all the soft tops have more volume. Small tip to you, Seppa, is if you cannot duck dive it, do a turtle roll, like totally around, boom, and going through. That's the best technique if you really cannot duck dive it. Because, the goal is to go through the wave and to overcome it to end up in the lineup. It doesn't matter if you do a duck dive or a turtle roll. If both are working, your goal is achieved. Boo-boo. Henrik, one of the surf routines, how is it possible to train other sort of sports like running on the surf retreats to train other sort of sport like running. Henrik. You mean sports wise? At the house we have, obviously we don't have a gym or something. I will bring personally, I have some dumbbells, some weights I have with me, and stretch bands. But trust me, with all the surfing we do also running. We have also a physiotherapist with us, so he will provide us also with some surf fitness. What we're gonna do is we also do yoga. So in the yoga, it's depending on the surf sessions. For example, if the surf sessions were really hard and everyone's like, oh, then we do a recovery yoga. But if we feel like, guys, woo, today we have a lot of energy, we also go to more like this, more intense yoga. So it's really depending on our levels, how much we surfed, and so on. So Henrik, don't worry, we have a yoga teacher. It's all included. Yoga teacher with us who is taking care of the strength and mobility stretching side. Surfing, obviously, we can all go for a run. I also love to go for a run. Maybe we can go together, or whoever wants to join. But we don't have a gym really in this house. So yeah, but I have some weights and stretch bands with me. That's for sure. But usually, surfing retreat like this, usually everyone gets enough movement. Trust me. Who's your pick of the Aussie Bells competition? Man and woman. Who's your pick for the Aussie Bell? The Aussie Bells competition, guys. Cool question. Competition surfing. I love to watch it when I was, let's say, a little bit younger. I have to admit, right now I'm a bit out of the old competition. First of all, I don't have so much time because I put all my time here in Surf Companions, in the books and everything, retreats. But yeah, that's why I cannot give you a straight answer about who will be winning or not. Yeah, but because I'm surfing, obviously for myself, I have surfing, I have my private life, and I have all the business I have to do here. So I don't have really time to watch it. So cannot give you an answer. Thank you for the information. Amazing, guys. This is more than 1 hour already. But what's your favorite, Alexandra? What's your pick? Who are you thinking is winning the Aussie Bells Beach? Is Kelly actually still competing? I heard something he really retired now. He will probably never retire. He will die in the lineup. I think Rob Machado said it once, like, I think he will die in the lineup. He will serve until he dies. I give you an amazing outlook because you are kind of more personal because you joined the live workshop. If you want, I give you this biggest update ever about Surf Companions, what the next goals are for us, if you want. If you have further question, quick question, still, you are allowed to drop down. But what I want to show you is the following. In Surf Companions, we decided to do two things because we got really good feedback and people like what we do in coaching-wise and live and online, like this one. And the ambassadors, we have coaches with us, we have physiotherapists, we have so much knowledge we want to share even more in not only on Instagram, but also on YouTube and so on. What we decided to do is the following. In the future, we're gonna have this September, obviously, as you know, we have the yoga and surf retreat, and we have the 10 days longboard retreats. So everything, it has to be about coaching. We have the retreats, obviously. So you come there, you get all the knowledge. You don't have to think about anything. Food, premium coaching. I will be there, and you get video analysis. We have a photographer there in the water with us, and it's just an amazing high-class retreat. But we're still missing a name for it, a website, which means you have to see the books. We have our bookstore, surfcompanions.com. You still get all the books. By the way, we have exciting news about the upcoming books because we also do some books in hardcover, a little bit more premium and so on. So there's cool stuff happening on the book side of it, but we also gonna do a whole website about coaching. So as you might know, we have a lot of online courses already. We have a surf skate course, I'm not gonna write it down, you know it. We have a surf skate course. We have a mobility routine. We have a get ready program in 2 weeks, makes you ready with the help of a physiotherapist. By the way, it doesn't cost so much. It's really little because it's an online course. But in this, maybe you have a cool name, but we thought to call it the Surf Companions, I don't know, Academy or something. Everything will be online. So it means, yeah, Anna is coming in September. Yes, for sure. Cool. Yeah, Anna is here. She's joining already our yoga and surf retreat. Have in mind, you see this iPad, but also you see what is possible online. What we're going to do is have in mind when it comes to coaching, we have video analysis online, means you can send your videos to me, you get spoken feedback back, and so on. We have live workshops like this, we have the courses, we have the retreats, everything which has to make your surfing better will be on that platform. We still have to look for a name. If you have a cool name, drop it down below. It's more like a coaching platform. And all that together, so all that online stuff and the real coaching stuff combined with the books, we come back to our main mission is to improve or learn your surfing. This is all what it's all about in this whole construct what we're building here. So I hope that was clear. It was a big announcement for us to do that. So don't worry, the website is not fully finished yet, but till April it will be finished, till our next live workshop. Last but not least, what topic you want to learn more about, maybe in April, the last 2 minutes, drop down in the chat. I will prepare myself in deep level for you if you have a cool topic you want to talk about or want to know more about for our live workshop in April. By the way, guys, if you like what we're doing here, it would be an amazing honor if you, of course, like and subscribe to the Surf Companions channel, but also on Instagram, maybe on our website, write a review about what we do here. So every small little thing helps me keep going and motivates me even more. But even that so many people were live on a Thursday evening, every time it makes me really happy. So I hope you stay safe, healthy and happy. And don't worry, all those technical things, blah, blah, blah. If you combine it emotionally as a kid, like with fun and happiness, your progress will be even more like this. Because when I started surfing, I was sometimes too hard with myself, too competitive. I thought about like, I have to be better. Now I have to catch more. I only caught six waves. I want to have 7. Guys, don't worry. This is the beautiful thing about surfing. It's not about this competitiveness. No, especially not as a longboarder. But guys, just enjoy the nature. There's more to it instead of just, I'm a surfer. No, a surfer is almost like a lifestyle, like a yogi. So, yeah. So I hope you like how we can find more info online about the surf retreat. Oh, yes. I sent you quick, of course, all the infos you need here in this link. Let me know. Let me show you about the surf retreats. Thanks for asking. All you have to do is go onto this link, and the yoga surf retreat and longboard retreat will be in North Spain, as you see. Here we go on this link. I hope you can open it. Yes, you should open it. And we also still have the surf camp retreat, which is in Vieuxbeco. So it's beautiful, directly behind the dunes, together with Brunotti. And you will have your own glamping there. And this is also 5 minutes to the beach, and also great food and so on. But 100% retreat will be in North Spain. So the big house, this is the biggest difference. In North Spain, you will have the big house, a big garden, and the yoga and surf retreat, like smaller groups, around 20 people. And the 10 days longboard retreat, also around 20 people, premium and so on, and a big house. That's why it's also a little bit more expensive, but premium, 2 cooks and so on. And the surf camp retreat is more, also I coach every level, but it's not longboarding related, because in South France, the beach breaks are more like not so longboard friendly, let's say. So if you really want to improve your greenways. Also, if you're a total beginner, trust me, France is the spot to learn as a beginner surfing, because if you can surf in France, you can surf everywhere in the world, not the other way around. I have some students that come from Bali and it's like, oh, I can surf. I was like, did your coach push you in? Yeah, you cannot surf. Because our goal is to make autonomous surfers. So surfers who know what they're doing individually for themselves. Okay, this is enough advertising. Guys, if you want to know more about the retreat, just click the link, but also you can directly contact me via Instagram or via email. Email us on our website. Just email, hey, I was on your live workshop, Daniel. Just name Daniel, because all the emails come to Flo and me, and then we give it to our team, like whoever has to do something. And all the retreats I will do. So don't worry, I will give you personal answers. Yeah, if you have any more questions, let me know via Instagram. Also, about those 2 people I said, you can send me your takeoff videos. I give you, because you joined the live workshop, free video analysis. If you want, use it, send it through Instagram or via V-Transfer with a link. But contact me through Instagram, and then I can give you the tip you need. Guys, I really enjoyed it. I'm not nervous anymore because it just gives me so much joy to see you live and interact with me here. Trust me. Thank you. I will send a video this weekend. Cool. I will get a video from Lotte already, and I'm super stoked. I keep you up to date on the newsletter and also on our website and on Instagram and YouTube. So if you all follow this, you will get all the information you need. And always feel free to ask me anything, maybe a cool topic I like personally, and then I do a whole YouTube video about it. Whatever, feel free to contact me so I can take care that you improve your surfing, because this is my main goal. Cool. Have a great evening, and thanks so much for anticipating here. Oh, I'm so happy that you take those nice tips into the water, onto your beach, and can't wait. We're gonna do a screenshot. Right, gonna screenshot. Yeah, do a screenshot. Cool. Thanks so much for this retreat, live workshop, and I'll see you next time. Bye.